Hey Virgo, I'm going to do a little Celtic cross for you for the remainder of March and or when you come across this reading. This is going to be a general Celtic cross. Spread love and light, highest possible messages for Virgo, March 2021 and or when they resonate with this reading. Hope you guys are doing well. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this reading, feel free to like, share, follow here and across all social media platforms. Website link below in the description box. If you'd like to book a one-on-one reading, I offer readings on camera, off camera, phone, text, email, messenger, whatever you feel most comfortable with. What else can I say? Check out the website for all my available tarot spreads. Check out the Patreon for reduced rates and prices and bonuses off. Okay, Spirit, Love, and Light. First up is the past position here. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see. Okay, past position, we have the Emperor in reverse here. So feeling possibly a little bit disempowered, Virgo. The self-immediate concerns position where the present is strength. You're being asked to internalize your strength, okay? The tour de force that you're probably emitting needs to be internalized. Okay, let's get the future and or new circumstances energy. Okay, you got the World card in reverse here. So this is not having learned a lesson, essentially. Virgo, there's something that needs to be learned or put together as far as this past, present, future situation. The Emperor in reverse kind of speaks to a little bit of a tyrannical energy. Okay, being too hands-on, too much of a control freak, and having to kind of harness this internally. I read the reversals as internalized energy. The World card in reverse. Yeah, having not made this graduation yet, this could also reference to the fact that, this is kind of a personal ordeal or situation. It's not having to do with the public stage, as would be indicated if the World card was in the upright. This is more so having to do kind of personally, how am I channeling my kind of control energies versus my flow and release and let go energies. Let's get an obstacle card for this. You have the Five of Pentacles. This could be, in regards to money, resources. This is this poverty consciousness, which stems from a lack of trust and faith that there's opportunity out there for you if you just kind of operate in the right direction. Let's see. We have the Crown card and or higher power. What's crowning you in this situation, Virgo? You have the Tower in reverse. So even though you think that there might be financial calamity, catastrophe, disaster, that's not the case with the Tower in reverse here. There's a higher power here, and it's helping assist you so as to avoid disaster. Okay, you just really have to trust and have faith in it, and trust in the work that you're putting into this situation, Virgo. What's anchoring you is the Six of Wands in the upright. You will be victorious. You probably are one of those people that, well, first off, you're, concerned and you're worried if this victory will occur, if you will be successful and victorious in your endeavors. But I feel that, this is in the unknown position as well. So there is an unknown victory coming your way. And it's anchoring you because you're probably one of those people that are able to come out successful, no matter what they do, whether it be actually, firsthand being successful and or just learning a lesson that you could apply to in future endeavors so as to remain successful. Either way, I don't see that there is any, taking steps backwards for the good. I think it's constantly forward moving progress, and when you do kind of internalize this energy and work and resolve it and solve it, then you can be lauded publicly for your success over time, as is the case. What I think for most stories of success is you're having to deal with the cons or the negatives or the setbacks behind the curtain, not in front of the public eye, and then eventually when you kind of build up so much time and success and lessons learned, then you get to kind of take the public stage here with the World card and the Six of Wands. Spirit, what is the advice card for this situation? You have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I read this as kind of watering your garden with love and happiness and space and time, and giving yourself the time to develop your goals. Okay, you're going to need it. The Death card in reverse is your allies. This is embracing rebirth. This is embracing change. This is embracing cycling out this energy of having to be a control freak or focus on details. You know, the devil is in the details. But rather internalizing that to the extent that you let go of these fears that, you know, if I'm not in control of everything, then everything's going to fall apart. So you're being asked to kind of shed that old skin, go through this rebirth, incorporate this kind of harmonious, flowing, watery energy, even though it's in the reverse. This is the Holy Grail. It has yads here. Those are gifts from God, these ancient Jewish symbols here. Blessings to kind of flow and cleanse and purify yourself of this kind of harsh, almost red-hot, tyrannical energy. But you got to understand that tyrannical energy stems from, you know, a fear of lack of control, a fear that disaster will occur if I don't, you know, micromanage everything, or that poverty will occur if I'm not just completely exactly where I want to be. You know, I think that's where a lot of pain and suffering comes from, is the dissonance between where you're at and where you're wanting to be. So when you actually welcome, you know, whether it's negative thoughts or situations or feelings, then you're welcoming it so as to allow it, so as to give space to it, so as to not necessarily have them control you, which in turn means that, you know, now you think that you need to control something, okay? Because it's like the buck has to stop somewhere, and I think you're being asked to have it stop where you're at right now and letting things flow through you and not manipulate you. Your hope or fear card is the Queen of Wands. I see this is someone who's well adjusted, who's, yes, in the point of authority, but kind of in tune with the mystical and the feminine. Okay, less tyrannical, more easygoing, more emotionally in tune, more in tune to nature, animals, more in tune to the feminine energy, which is more boundless. Okay, the Emperor is a strong masculine energy, which leads to a lot of restrictions and in the box type energy. Okay, let's get an outcome, Virgo. We got the King of Wands in the upright. This is kind of being where you want and need to be in divine harmony and union within yourself, first and foremost, so as to be able to reflect that externally in your outer environment. So you're essentially going from this poverty consciousness to now really regaining and regaling in your throne, in your regal outfit, essentially, here with these crowns. And these crowns aren't just, you know, birthright entitlement. This is something that you actually had to work for. Okay? The cat here is symbolic of, you know, the esoteric, the mystical, the mystique, the other side, an inner intuitive, quiet knowing, in touch with the spirit and the soul. And the salamander here as well, having to do with action and manifestation. Okay, the king is the magician at a higher ranking level. And so is the queen, so to speak, in her journey. These are masters of the suit of wands, which is fire, impetus, initiation. Okay, and you also have the wands here as victory. You have double magician mastery wands here with the world card. This is the end of the tarot here, so it's on the table, meaning, you know, it's viable in this lifetime, just like, you know, this rebirth is you know, viable, if not occurring right now. So I think the more so you kind of water down this control, tyrannical energy, or, you know, this kind of, it could be OCD, it could be, you know, nitpicking, the more you kind of try to handle that with care and internalize that. And sometimes it's just the approach, right? It's not that you're being asked to, like, not care as much, but you got to make sure that that energy is not going through you and being emitted from you to the point where, you know, it is causing disaster in your life, and it is tearing towers down, or institutions or ways of life down. Spirit of love and light, any final messages for Virgo? Yeah, you have that Five of Pentacles still wanting to come out. This is that you know, getting a grasp on that obsession of that fear of poverty consciousness, or being casted out in the cold and having no one to turn to, because Spirit is telling me that that's far from the truth. You just got to go into this proverbial church. I usually call this the church of self. Okay, but right now you could be emanating some manipulation, some emotionally, you know, distrustful attitudes or behaviors. Okay, so something to keep in mind here, Virgo. Let me put this on pause. Excuse me. Sorry about that, Virgo. Somebody was calling me. So yeah, I think you know, we're talking a lot about you know, the fear of this poverty consciousness.